For all the calls to release the Epstein docs, a whole new tranche just came out today, and it's not the ones people were expecting. Bloomberg got 18,000 leaked emails. These have never been public before, from Epstein's personal email account. He was using Yahoo. And it sheds new light on his predatory tactics. It also continues to reinforce what the DOJ, under Ms. Comey, the now fired prosecutor, showed in her prosecution of Ghislaine Maxwell, that she was a big part of this criminal enterprise, not, as she said in her interview, some sort of hanger-on as people did consensual things. Now, as for the president, who has been so suspicious about this, who vowed to do transparency and then broke that vow, well, there's not a lot of clear new information that shows what Trump was up to with Epstein, although we know from prior information that they had a kind of social relationship. You've seen the photos. Bloomberg reports these newly released emails do demonstrate Maxwell's knowledge of the legal jeopardy Epstein faced all the way back in that first case that we've reported on from the 2000s in Florida, and that Epstein negotiated a plea deal in 2008. He sought her advice. Quote, question, which one do you prefer, lewd and lascivious conduct or procuring minors for prostitution? Quite a grim question if you're choosing among those cases. Maxwell responding, quote, I suppose lewd and lascivious conduct. I would prefer lewd conduct with a prostitute if possible. Now, they're discussing the plea deal, not whether he did all of the above. Of course, the way the conversation goes, they don't sound shocked that they're in this situation. Remember, in her Trump DOJ interview, she downplayed her relationship with Epstein at that very time.
So when he's going to go to jail, he says, can you stay around and manage everything?
Yeah.
And do you do that?
I do.
Okay. And then we'll come back to that.
I will not manage everything, no. I mean, there are other people at this point. My specific role then was very, very diminished.
However one thinks of a diminished role compared to the past, Bloomberg finds they exchanged over 200 messages in 6 months of that first year. Trump's name does come up in 3 minor instances. That's the Bloomberg word, and they've obviously gone through all this quite carefully. In 2007, Maxwell wrote reporters may have interviewed Trump about Epstein's case. You have to assume they went to Donald Trump, she notes. Now, that's neither here nor there on Donald Trump's role. Many of Epstein's emails also discuss the predatory manipulation of those young women and sometimes girls. From a legal perspective, includes minors, according to, of course, the case. He and Maxwell discussed how to recruit and groom those young women and then discredit anyone who became an accuser.